to the Witches Circle. I just got through practicing a little song that I want to do for you all, okay? Now, y'all need to know that the Witches Circle is something I'll be doing once a week on this channel. It's going to be very informal. The days are formal. If it ever was, they're now over, okay? Yay, 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 yay. To PS, the first person in the chat, okay, you get the welcoming call. Hello, Ashley. So I practiced this song. Hey, Lady Owl. Thank you for the fire, honey. I practiced this song a little bit. I like it. And I was just wanting to sing it to the witches. But yes, this is going to be the Witches Circle from here on out. Once a week, we'll get together, we'll hang out. It's really all about you all. I see, well, I spent a lot of time on the video yesterday, but I see a lot of people were engaged and stuff as this spirit came through and utilized my vessel to talk to the ladies, and it was interesting. Even now, I go back so I can watch and everything, and it's very interesting. When I finished that video yesterday, it said that I had finished off with 621 views. Okay. And when they got through, YouTube took it back to 300. That's the game they play. Next time, I'm gonna snap a picture of it so you all can see for yourself what they do. I mean, if you spend almost 3 hours or 4 hours on a video, you really and truly need 1,000 views. If you are not packing 1,000 views after doing more after doing a 3 to 4 hour video, then you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You thinking you're doing something. I did something. I was on here 2 hours and I got 300 views. After 2 to 3 hours, if you ain't got 1,000 or more, you haven't done a thing. And that's what I ran into. I ran into a situation like that. It's all about trying to avoid to pay the money with YouTube. They don't want to pay certain channels. So how's everybody been doing? And let me get to everybody in the chat. So we have Amy. How you doing, Amy? Amy, you have to explain to us how you were able to get to the chat on Spreaker. I notice you're always there, but no one else can get there. So you got the secrets, girl. Please tell us what the secret is, because people were telling me they did not know how to get to the chat. And for a minute there, I was talking to you and I wasn't getting a response. So I don't know if maybe you were knocked off or you just had to leave and you was gone. I don't know. But I'm trying to get this thing together on Spreaker so we'll have a place where we can really show enough be real. Real love. I'm searching for real love. Something like that. Hey Cherokee Toulouse. Thank you for the fire and the hearts. How you been? Hey Courtney. Courtney, how you doing? Hello, DeAsia. DeAsia, I hadn't been seeing you. You have been MIA. Hey Chris, love you and thank you for moderating, Chris. Hey, Chastain Stone. Chastain Stone says, hey, chat. Hey, Mama, well met, everyone. Grand Rising, everyone. I was just on Spreaker listening to you. Okay, so I'm glad to know that you all are getting out there. I was trying to find a way to get you all in the chat. It's just dead silence. It's really difficult for me to do a podcast. It's so silent. And I know what y'all saying, duh, mom is silent here too, but it just seems like, when you all are here, I can like hear you all talking in a sense because I can go to the chat and read what you're doing, but there it's just like everything is focused on me and what I got to say next. There is no guide, there is no help. I'm alone in there. So I'm hoping that you all can get out to Spreaker, Spreaker. And there is a live chat up in that joint. And I'm like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. I don't, somebody was on Anchor, said, Mama, we want you to do some more videos. Where are you? And I'm like, I can't keep wasting time. Y'all hear that? Now I know doggone well ain't no crickets out. Okay? Ain't no crickets out. Now I hear like a noise like crickets and stuff singing and all. And so anyways, did I get to everyone? Hey Asani, how you doing? So anyway, so this is the witches circle. Expect the witches circle to show up every single Thursday. And the other channel I'll be on there showing it some love too, like once a week. But now if I cannot hold my mule, okay, I shall come to you all before then. Yesterday I couldn't hold my mule, and um at around 2 hours and 50 minutes, which that's a lot of time. I couldn't believe I talked that long. I usually don't do that. I'm usually finishing those off with about four something, but that one it was like six something. So it was like okay for me, and that was something for me. I know a lot of people can do a 2.5 hour stream. They probably come out with 10,000 views. Now that's a lot for them, but for me that is like impossible. So anyways, y'all know how the game goes when it comes to YouTube and everything. They pay who they want to pay, and it's okay. It's okay. I had something for you all before we get ready to get in this circle. And see, like I say, it is a virtual circle, and I just really love it. I love the virtual circle. Hello, spiritual, I said. And thank you for moderating. Where you been? Gail, did I speak to you, Gail? If I didn't, how you doing? Okay. So, anyways, well, here we go. Can I go on my way without you? Oh, how can I know? Sing with me, y'all. If I go on my way without you, oh, where would I go? Hear my part right here. Set sail with me, misty lady, set my spirit free. Then I go and skip the other part. I'll always come back to you. I'll always. I cannot sing that. My voice is changing. Oh, I can't do it. Y'all, but I like that song right there. Isley Brothers. Yes. I really am getting into the Isley Brothers and stuff like that because of Mr. Willie. Because I usually don't like, too much of that old soul music for some reason. But since he's been like, for some reason, he has been binging on Ronnie Isley's music and everything and all that. And I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. I think one of those guys in there really hot in there, that big guy in there with the unibrow. One of his brothers, he's deceased now. I'm like, this dude is pretty cool. And a guy that's on the guitar, what his name is, Ernest Isley. Man, he can sure enough play the guitar. They always talk about how Prince was on the guitar and how Jimi Hendrix was and stuff like that, but nobody ever talk about Ernest. Ernest can eat a guitar, okay, with his teeth. But that's not what this is about. I just wanted to just sing that song, because I was really feeling it and everything. And I really don't know it. Anyways, anyways. So, anybody know anything about Ronnie Isley in here? Have y'all ever heard? Y'all, I know y'all pretty young, so a lot of you all may not know Ronnie Isley. Baby, what's wrong with you? Huh? Girl, why are you flying in that cage like that, girl? Girl. I didn't sing that song good. If I really sing a song good and sing it well, she'll say, mm-hmm. Like girl, I'm gonna tell you one of her favorite songs, and then I'm gonna get to this circle, y'all, because I know I'm losing y'all's attention. Look, you already know what I'm gonna sing, girl. Her favorite song for me to sing is how that song goes. Neither one of us. If I sing that right, she's gonna say, mm-hmm, "You got it, girl." Let me see if I can get that one right. Can you want to hear it? Huh? It's sad to say we're not gonna make it, and it's gotten to the point we just can't fake it. Oh, for some ungodly reason. She ain't saying that now. You don't like that, huh? She don't like it. I'm just playing with my little bird and everything. There's a lot of songs. She loved deep soul music, honey. She don't like this new pop and all that. You don't like that, do you, girl? Hmm? You don't like that? What about Midnight Train to Georgia? You want to hear that? Hmm? Okay, she don't want to hear that either. Okay. So let me get back in the chat and everything. Yes, Deasia. She loves neither one of us, but she's not feeling that right now. Now, when I said that I was gonna get ready to sing, she said, mm-hmm, when she heard it. She didn't want to hear it. Well, do you like Aretha Franklin? Huh? How about Aretha? What about Luther Vandross? You don't like Luther Vandross? Well, what do you like, lady? You like Who's That Lady? Who's that lady? Who's that lady? You like that? Oh, she's just looking at me crazy. Hello, Undead Goddess. She says, "Good morning to everyone. I barely woke up and saw the notification." Oh, so you did get a notification. Wonderful. I have a few people that say they don't get them. Oh, you okay? Ashley said, "You are my friend." LOL. Your voice is so nice. There is a song. Are you talking about that song? You are my friend. There is a song called "You Are My Friend." I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Weather Girls sing that song. One of the Weather Girls sing that song. Is it Patti LaBelle or there was this other man I think used to sing that. You are my friend. Let me see. You are my friend. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you're talking about something else, but I know it is a song. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. By Patti LaBelle. I don't really know how that song goes. And my voice is rapidly changing. Rapidly. I've always had a high voice, but it's getting to the point ever since that damn spirit attached his ass on me, you motherfucker. Since I went in that goddamn cemetery, it's fucking with my damn throat. I went to Auntie's funeral. One of my aunties died, a couple of years ago. My auntie Irene, she passed away, and that motherfucker attacked my throat chakra up in that joint. I don't know if it was in the cemetery or if it was inside of her. Oh, oh, thank you. Okay, my bird already confirmed that it was in the cemetery. My throat chakra was attacked by some spirit, and since then, and then I'm growing old too, and some of my aunt spirits are with me. And y'all need to understand that when someone passes away, in your family and stuff like that. So the spirits have to have a place to go. More than likely, they're going to attach to someone that was close to them or someone in the lineage line. Now, that's not my lineage line. And I done told them spirits, get the fuck off of me. I ain't in that goddamn lineage line. You agree too, baby? It is unfair that this motherfucker's hanging on to my goddamn throat chakra. Aunt, I can hear it now. My other aunt, the witchy aunt, don't cuss the dead. Don't cuss the dead. Yeah, but you lashing out on the fact that they land on you. Them spirits will get you. I keep telling y'all, somebody in the family died cancer. It's that spirit, that's a living spirit. It's looking for something else to go to and live in. It wants everything wants to live. The parasites wants to live, y'all. They make a host out of you. They make a host out of you, and they live in your body. Look, let me tell you something. Protect yourself. When somebody dies in the family, go on, just put on all black. Go on, put it on, because you're looking for somebody. Let me tell y'all a little story. I knew I was going to get to some, but I wanted to sing, somebody loves you, baby. Oh, 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 somebody loves you, baby. See, I'm singing that and struggling. See, I can go higher than that, but I'm struggling. I can't get it out, because maybe just I'm growing old. I'm growing old. That's what it is, because your voice is going to change as you go through the different stages in life and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to sing, but I just really cannot stress enough, about protecting yourself at all times from disincarnate spirits. They're looking for homes, and that's why we need these protective stones. That's why you need to be adorned. When you see the priestess and the priest, they're not just walking around with all of that stuff on because they're decorating themselves. Okay. And so, okay, so basically what they're doing, they're actually putting these things on, these protective stones and charms and stuff like that, and carrying these herbs with them because they are aware that the business that they do, being the lighthouses that they are in the dark seas, that there are spirits looking for vessels. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get we need to get that in our heads now. So we are targets. Most of us practitioners are targets for malevolent spirits, because when you're helping people to get well, and those spirits are no longer able to hang around because the people are making changes. Hell, they looking for somewhere to go. They need homes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when I'm out here, unless I say I am protecting you and doing work for you, you cannot assume that I am going to be bearing no crosses of afflictions up in here. Okay. Even with Mr. Willer, I tell him in a minute, I'm not holding any umbrellas of protection for no one. Right at this point in my life, I don't have to, because all my minds are grown. I'm responsible for me. The umbrella is only up for myself. You know what I'm saying? There's a bit of shelter available to my clients, you understand? But even at that, they have to bear their own cross. I am only here to assist, as long as you are willing to take responsibility for the situation you're in and go from there. I don't want anybody that's looking for a sacrifice. Then don't come to me, okay? Don't come to my house. I ain't coddling nobody, because I know those spirits and stuff, they be angry. Let me tell you something. It's just like the man who came here. Now, I want to talk to y'all about this right here. I want to stress to you all how important it is to know that if somebody passes away in your family, okay, in your family, how to go and guard yourselves, like right now. Look, I was on the phone with Auntie Ethel. That's the one that's still alive. She's a frail old lady now, but Auntie Ethel, excuse me, I was on the phone with her one night. We were talking. I was sitting in the dark talking to her. This was about 2014. Stomach growling, y'all. I'm getting hungry. You remember too, baby? You weren't even born. It was 2014, and I'm just talking away, midnight hours and all of that, and While we're talking, a shadow shows up, and it's of a man. He has on a black suit, and he got a hat on his head. He looked like an undertaker. And I just told Auntie, I said, Auntie, I said, it's an undertaker in this room. I sure did, didn't I, baby? Where's everybody going? I thought y'all was gone for a minute. My screen went out. And so we just kept on talking like ain't nothing happened, you know? So she calls me the next day. She said, I'm gonna go tell you. I said, you gonna go tell me? Yeah, I wasn't gonna send them, but I'm gonna go tell you. I said, okay. But meanwhile, Auntie, hold up a minute. Why am I smelling embalming fluid? Kind of make me think of when my dad died. My dad passed away, and the funeral home had given me all of these some things in a white bag. It was like a white zip bag, and it had some like gifts in it and stuff, and you could smell the embalming fluid in it, and it stayed in my house for a long time, and it smelled like they tried it, like put something floral and flowery in it. So floral, flowery, embalming fluid all together. Just imagine how just this disgusting the smell was, and it took a little long time to wear off. And so I told her, I said, I smell a strong whiff of embalming fluid. She said, would you let me tell you? Let me tell you. I said, go on, Auntie. She said, Bob died. I said, she did? Bob dead. I said, that sound again. Y'all hear it? Like sounds like a lot of cricket. Can y'all hear that ringing? So, anyways, we knew she was suffering with cancer. She had colorectal cancer and everything. And but the last we heard, she was doing pretty good and all. And so it was like, okay, it was a shock. And so Auntie said, I smell embalming fluid too, and everything. And so I told my aunt, I said, Auntie, I said, I believe she's around me. Because and which Bob is actually my auntie. She's my auntie. I ain't gonna reveal her whole name, but they called her Bob. And she lived in Boston, Massachusetts. Matter of fact, she was married to what you call it, New Editions first producer, Maurice Starr. They had a big huge mansion up there in Boston and stuff. And she was he had to, when they broke up, he had to give her that mansion, and she couldn't afford the taxes on it and stuff. It was killing her. She lost the mansion, and she moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all remember? You got to cool it now. Slow it down. I'm gonna fall in love. That guy is actually my uncle that first discovered and produced a New Edition, and they were married and all that. And so she came here, and she would always tell me, I want to see you. We got to get together and all of that. We used to talk. She was a minister. She had the same gift I got, psychic and stuff like that. That's Auntie Ethel's sister. They sister. And she would pray on the phone with me and everything. She was damn good, man. She could prophesy. She was damn good. And she would always tell me, I have this vision. I'm going to get this house in Rockdale, Georgia, and I'm going to have so many acres or whatever, and whatever. And but what she did was she got her money out of that settlement from the other house she had and bought her and it was a nice house in Atlanta and stuff. So I'm not sure. I might be saying this wrong because I know I got some cousins and stuff that watch, and I know they watching. I know they watching. One in particular. Hey, girl. You tried to beat me to Cuba first. Oh, okay. You went on the ship. That ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm going on a plane. Okay. So, anyways, girl, you know I ain't mad at you. You know. But anyway, we had like a nice little relationship over the phone. As I never ever went to ever try to visit her or anything like that. It was always a rift between her and Mr. Willie. Mr. Willie did not like my biological family. For some, I think like with him, he's always have been, really jealous hearted and like overly protective of me, and so he was afraid that when I found my biological mother, I was gonna go up there and leave him down here. So he was always against her and stuff like that. But my biological mom, I'm just gonna be honest with you, she's really, really just down to earth, easy to talk to, and everything, and you have a lot of fun with her. I really, really like my biological mother. I can't say I love her, but I like her. You know what I'm saying? Because, I really don't know who she is. I just know we're on the phone and stuff. We have great, cool conversations and stuff. But from then on, we were estranged and stuff. So anyway, so that's also Bob's sister. Let me get back to the story. So anyway, so Bob passed away, and I was like, a little bit of me said I was kind of sad because when she left her house here. Now here in Georgia, she had to leave because they say her own sons threw her out of her own house, so she had it really rough. But I don't know, was it their house? I'm not sure. I heard that was her house, and they threw her out of her house. She said that every time, every house she went to, there was like rattlesnakes and stuff like that under the sink and stuff. Now, I know they weren't physical rattlesnakes, but she had like a spirit. She had spirits behind her because of her ministry and stuff like that. Because she also worked hand in hand with TD Jakes and stuff like that too. She was on their team and stuff because she spent some time out there in Dallas and stuff before she settled down there in Atlanta and all. And so she wound up having to go back up there to Boston so that her daughters or something like that, or a boyfriend or some she had going on up there, I don't know how to follow the story, can take care of her. Well, she went up there and eventually she died. And I'm gonna tell y'all a little twist to this story about her situation. So she passed away, and me and Auntie was on the phone talking and stuff. And when we was there, and I know what it is now, that was her presence. That was her presence. We could smell the embalming fluid. And I'm like, okay, she made her way to me because she always say, she would pray and ask that God would get the two of us together and get me over there. But I, like a fool, I never went around her because Mr. Witter didn't want me to go over there. And I don't want you to go over there. I don't trust them people. You shouldn't go over there. I don't like them. This, that, and the other, and all of that. He was making these excuses and stuff. All they're gonna do is just disappoint you. You just need to leave that alone. So her and Mr. Willoughby arguing and stuff like that. So I never did get a chance to see her. So she came to me, I think, in spirit to visit me. But this is what's so interesting. All of a sudden, do you hear me? I felt something get in my body. It came from my throat, got in my mouth. That's why I said I can't go to funerals. I can't go to funerals, and I really don't want to hear nothing about nobody else dying or passing away because the spirit come to me. So I'm sitting up in here, and some just go down my throat like that. And I told Ethel, I said, Ethel, something got down in my throat like that. She said, I feel something in my throat too. And then all of a sudden it just like went on down, and then I had to run to the bathroom and take a shit. I had to take a shit. This thing had me feeling nauseated in my stomach, and all of my ass was hurting. And I took this great big old shit. And she jumped in me and she went through my GI tract and came out my ass. And I was like, hell to the no. I said, look, Auntie, I know we didn't get a chance to meet up with each other in the physical, but you are not allowed, you nor your spirits are not allowed to be here in my vessel, okay? I want you gone. Get out of here and don't come back. Then Ethel felt it in her stomach, but hers didn't come out. So what she did, she went in Auntie's stomach. 2014. Then from there, Auntie would always be talking about she nauseated. I'm nauseated. I'm nauseated. I'm nauseated. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Auntie was drinking cokes all the time because she was always nauseated. 2019, they told her she had colorectal cancer. Ain't nobody out there gonna tell me that it ain't no such thing as disease being a spirit. I will never believe you because I have paid close attention. Do you hear me? Close. That's why I'm trying to keep my distance and adorn myself. My spirits told me, said, in order to protect yourself from the dead, you got to wear gowns at all times. I don't have time to make no gowns, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and order gowns. From now on, I'm gonna be in my gowns. Now, sometimes, I like to put my little boots on, and I don't know. I just had a spirit. In the wintertime, I'm a boot person. In the summertime, I'm a person with dresses and skirts on. But I know I'm gonna have to transition into putting on my gowns and stuff at all times and stuff. But Auntie is battling colorectal cancer. And like I said, that's the spirit of my aunt. Now, let me tell you something, my other auntie. Let me tell you something. What happened? My biological brother had stomach cancer. He had stomach cancer. I think that was like 2000 and something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, what year it was, but he got cancer and stuff, and it ravaged his body so bad they had to put him in a nursing home. But what's interesting is that same Auntie Bop went to his funeral, and she came down with it a year or two later. So look at this pattern now. It hit my brother, then it hit my Auntie Bop. Now it hit my Auntie Ethel. Now, if it ravages her body and take it over, it's looking for a new fucking home. Hell, that's why I'm over here now trying to make all of these. I'm gonna be making me some bracelets out of obsidian and tourmaline. I got some rocks right now. I'm gonna show them to y'all and everything. Get my stuff ready, okay? Because every time someone dies, I am battling their spirits. Just like the last time they told me my cousin died, done. I said in my head, I am not going to no funeral. Ain't nothing else gonna attack me. Ain't going to no goddamn funeral. I promise y'all, as God is my witness and my stomach is over here growling, I'm gonna have to get up. You don't come no circle with nothing on your stomach. Look, y'all. She called me 10 minutes before his funeral was to start. And I told y'all about this already. You're not here? I said, oh, I forgot to tell you I wasn't coming. And my doorbell cam goes off, and then I look to see who's there. There's nothing there. It was him. It was him. Him or one of his spirits looking for another fucking home. I said, get the fuck up out of this joint. Get your ass. I don't care what Auntie say. These mother, you got to cuss these spirits. Get your ass away from around here. And the next thing I know, I started having heartburn and shit like that. My throat chakra was attacked once again. No one is going to tell me that these spirits ain't jumping off folks' body looking for somebody. And if you are a practitioner, they coming to you because they want you to help them to find their way home. Now, a lot of folks, they deal in that. They deal in sitting down, talking to the spirit and encouraging it to go wherever it's supposed to go. And some spirits, like these malevolent spirits, you have to ask source to come and get it. You're supposed to release it and return it back to source and stuff. But me, I'm just not ready to come to that portion of my priestesshood, but it looks like I'm being forced to do so. You know what I'm saying? But right now and stuff, I don't want to keep dealing with. I have spirits knocking on the door, like, you know what I'm saying? They be knocking on the door, just like Like there are a lot of spiritualists that have knocks on the door, and it's usually a physical client. I have knocks on the door, and they be spirits, like, and I know most spirits that knock on the door are more or less, they're not really malicious, because like they are asking permission by knocking, but you got some spirits that just come their asses on in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like this right here, if you're knocking on the door, I turn them around. Oh, I'm not, I just tell them I'm not in business right now. I'm not working right now. And then I don't hear anything else from them. One knocked on the door and just went on physically open the door. Physically open the door. Did I tell y'all about that? So, y'all, my life is constantly dealing with, not, we talking about people coming for help physically. I have to deal with the spirits. So, at this point, I don't know anybody, like an elder who can help guide me through helping these spirits to go forward and move on, or what have you. This is where I'm at now. And all of this started when I turned 50. When y'all hit that age 40, man, and you into spiritualism, it's gonna be this new world that wakes you up, wakes up into. But when you hit 50, 50 is something just totally different. Because like you can just speak things and they happen. You just speak it. And then you're gonna start having visitations from spirits. That's if you're into this business. Now, if you ain't into this business, then you'll find you'll be channeling spirits. Like people, that's why I get a lot of problems in social media, because a lot of people really think they know me. But I'm only a mirror. My aura is a mirror. So once again, if someone is giving their observation of me in social media, they are actually observing themselves. You're looking at a mirror and you're really talking about what you do and who you are. You see what I'm saying? So I don't never really, like I said yesterday, I really don't take it personal. I used to, but what they're doing is giving you a whole like panel of who they are. See what I'm saying? They're projecting. They're actually projecting. Because once you get, I don't know if it's something I do intentionally, or if I'm just born with an aura of a mirror on me. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if you could just become something like that overnight or what have you. So like a lot of times when people try to throw something at me, it comes back to them, because I am a mirror. So you throw a dart, it's coming back. And then it gets angry with you and stuff like that, but like it's really something to really sit down and think about when you see people who in social media think that they know you, and people who call you. I have actually had a issue with a man that I did a reading for, and he got to the point, he was arguing, like he was really angry, like he knew me, and I had to tell him who I was, and he was like, yeah, you used to always do this. That's why we ain't together to the day. And I'm like, what? Look, this is spiritual. It took him a minute to calm down. He said, oh my God, you was talking just like my wife. And I don't know his wife. I don't know who he is. I never met him or anything like that. And then I get the same thing sometimes from people that I do readings from. And they said, you scared me for a minute there. You sound exactly like my uncle that used to do this to me, or that used to do that on you sounded exactly like my grandmother and stuff like that. Do y'all get that too? And so a lot of people will get mad with you. Some women think I'm their mother that they are having this difficult relationship with, and it's hard on me. When I come to social media, I have a lot of problems with complete strangers that have mommy issues. Because when they talking to me, they think they talking to their mom that they have some unresolved issues with. So I'm just here to tell anybody that, I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother. I might be channeling some of her energy, mother or grandmother, I'm unintentionally, but I am not anyone's mom out there. Come on now, give me a break right here. Hey Saint Anne, how you doing? Chastain says, I don't like sleeping in the dark. I keep my TV on. I hear too many things when the lights are out. It's spooky. You sound like Mr. Willie. Like, lately I have been finding myself sleeping without any type of anything going on out there. And he said, I can't sleep in a house that's quiet, is what he says. He can't sleep in a quiet house. I can sleep in a quiet house and sleep in just a dark house all of a sudden. It ain't always been that way. Saint Anne says, I believe the ancestors picked the child to carry on with the torch. Hey Candace, how you doing? The Asia said, oh my goddess, I'm 48 mother and all my relatives have transitioned on. My sister was murdered the year I was born. You got 2 more years. 2 more, yeah. I'm telling you, it is ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, besides me having issues with the dead and spirits and all of that coming to me, and it seems like it gets really, 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 really heightened around January. Now, look, October, November, December, that's the months of transitioning. Like they say, the month of the dead is between October and November. A lot of spirits are gonna transition on. Like if some spirits pass on now, some of them will stay here on a physical plane until around October and transition over to the other side because they only give you a little bit of time to hang around and wait and try to get some unfinished business worked up. And some of them try to evade. It was a movie, and I wanted to see that where they try to run from different gods, goddesses, deities, devils, I don't know, demons, whatever you want to call them. They come out their physical body and they're always on the run like a fugitive from these different reapers. Like there are reapers everywhere. And these reapers, their job is to make sure that there aren't any spirits just hanging around here. Something happened somewhere where they had to do a cleanup because if they didn't, then this matrix would be just inhabited by, you know what I'm saying, ethereal copies that would just be, you wouldn't be able to live here, in other words, without seeing all of that. So they have hellhounds that escort spirits away. They have the grim reapers, and just depending on what your belief system is, it will determine what will come and get you. Or if you did any deals on the side, they may come and reap you. Or if somebody sacrificed you, unbeknownst to you, and ain't shit you can do. People sacrificing and stuff like that. I don't care how good you are. Them the ones they want. The ones that are compliant, you're more than likely going to be a sacrifice, and they're going to come and get you. And care how sweet you was and how nice those big beautiful red velvet cakes you used to cook, and you help the homeless and the poor. You're just a good, genuine person. You just really what you are is a good, easy target to be swept up by someone who is looking to make a bargain. You understand? So that's why I keep the fire and I keep cussing and I let the motherfuckers know you ain't finna goddamn just get me. Not just only the spirits, but just people in general. You can be a practitioner and offered up as a sacrifice. So I'm like, I'd be goddamn. Hello, if anybody gonna sit up and take me and as a motherfucking sacrifice, okay? So you need to be always saying that, you know what I'm saying, writing it on paper and just constantly, keeping yourself grounded and fucking knowing what your motherfucking purpose is. Cause you can become somebody else's goddamn purpose. Always know your damn purpose, and just in case they want to erase it out your head, write it on a piece of paper what your purpose is and stick to that purpose. This some serious business out here. I'm here to tell y'all the truth. I'm not finna sit down here and let folks think that just because they be good, the church has lied. Y'all, the church done lied to us. The church that told us that if we are good to our neighbors and if we give, you understand, and all of that, and we do all of these things, just let folks just make pawns out of us and all that, eternal life is ours and we're gonna live in heaven and all of that is not true. That's not true. It ain't no heaven, y'all. Do you know what you would have to do to reach that level of light? Because really, that heaven is something they just made up, but really, it's a place where the light beings dwell and all of that. I mean, the level of work that you would have to achieve to get there. I mean, God in heaven, the matrix is not going to allow you to get to that point. They will suck us all up and recycle us and send us back down here before they let us go there. That's why Krishna and all these other different masters and stuff, what they do to try to ascend is they go into seclusion. You have to actually exit this life that we're living in, where we have comforts of computers and cell phones and grocery stores where there's an abundance of food and stuff. You would actually have to go somewhere and live in the wilderness alone, where you're responsible for scavenging up everything and just live off of nature and everything to get away from this shit. Yeah, we're not gonna escape. You understand? Somebody has actually bargained for our soul and stuff like that, to keep us here constantly as food. You understand? To feed the source of the matrix, and so that we can just come here over and over and over again. That's why you have this deja vu. Deja vu is just you remembering scripts. You've done those scripts so many times to sometimes you remember, oh, I remember this. This happened before. So this we need to be trying to break away from that, so that you can ascend. But right now, as long as we're in this situation, there will be no true ascension. But I'm telling you, there is hope, because some people would probably think I'm just taking away hope. There is hope, but I just told you what you got to do to get out of this. Okay, it's not gonna be a cakewalk getting out of it. That's why I say, y'all better put on those y'all better put on them gowns. Put them gowns on. If you're not working a 9 to 5, there is no reason you should have on, which I'm responsible, but I'm working on me, civilian clothes. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have civilian clothes on. You should have your protection on at all time. This is the truth. There's a lot of things you have to do. And it's hard. You look at these ascended masters and stuff, they keep their nail, I mean, they let their nails just grow, their hair just grow, their toenails just grow, everything grow. They don't cut anything. They're not into all of this stuff like hygiene and all of that. They ain't into that. They just live one with nature. They're probably going to get out of a matrix. They know what they have to do in order to us to go to the light beings and be there and be one with that. Some people don't want to be with the light being. You got a lot of people that love a chaotic life where it's filled with drama and disappointment and all of this. And it's because as a child, they were trained to accept the seat of the scapegoat and bear the crimes of humanity. And this is why a lot of them are angry, and every time you turn around, they're being punished. And they don't know why they're punished. You're punished because someone has offered you as a sacrifice, actually. You at the seat of the scapegoat. I do believe that my mom actually trained me for it. Not just of my first mom, my second mom. I got two mamas. One is deceased, one is alive. The moment that she offered me up, and the state of Alabama came and got me, that was a offer, and that never changes. There's nothing I can do to fix it. I've gone to do whatever I could. I can't fix that. You know what I'm saying? And it has made me who I am now. I'm a person that, I'm very sympathetic. I'm very empathic. I understand and I feel the actual pain of people. I'm aware of their struggles and all of that. That's just who I am. And a lot of us spiritual practitioners are in this. We were treated like shit. Someone decided to sacrifice us. And so this is why I'm here, and this is probably why a lot of you all are here. We didn't have an easy life, and where just people just poured out a lot of love. Now some people probably did, but a lot of us haven't, and this is why you are drawn to this. This is a way of not only being able to help others, but in a sense you're learning how to get yourself in a situation where you can heal and repair your own pains and ails. If you had a life where it was just all roses and just everything you wanted, you would just spoil to death, you wouldn't be here. Ain't nobody in here like that. Wouldn't be no reason to be here. You had it so good all the time, and most of those people who have it good like that get everything they want, they spoil and everything. They're not empathic. They cannot feel the pain of humanity. It may be a few of them. I think like Will Smith's daughter, and I'm not saying she's spoiled, but Will Smith's daughter is definitely a humanitarian. Willow Smith. And I think it's because her parents really taught her how to be humble. I sat down and listened to her, and a lot of things she say correlates with what I do. She is a very spiritual young lady. I like it when she said this right here, and I've taught you all this, that you can work some of the stuff that is placed on us. We are the true Christ. If anything, we are the Jesus. We are the ones that bear the cross for humanity. People blame us, the witch eyes. But you can work off a lot of that spiritual debt that you're bearing that 9 times out of 10 ain't all yours. But I do tell y'all to take responsibility, and I take responsibility too. That, I know that I can't say that it's somebody else's fault I'm here. I know I'm here because I chose to be here. And I am responsible for whatever has happened to me thus far. You know what I'm saying? Once I turn 18, I know that I have to take responsibility. So I want all of you all to take responsibility. But we do bear the cross. And some of this debt can be worked off by community service. Force yourself into a voluntary community service. Go somewhere and clean it up, clean the place up, clean up trash, do these things like this, and then you work some of that off of your back, because for a lot of people, my leg hurt, my arm hurt, my back hurt, all of this right here, because you are carrying the cross of humanity. It's on your back if you're doing this type of work. It's the truth. If somebody is coming to you and they got a whole lot of problems, they're gonna leave them with you. What are you gonna do with it? Okay, let me get in this chat. Hey, Akita's Garden. I saw the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. She says, is that where the leveling up happens, Mama? Explain to me what you mean. Akita says philanthropy. Explain to me. Gail says her grandmother is very spiritual. Hey, Daphion. Elegant says, hey, Mama, I'm glad you're still live. How you doing? Akita's Garden says transform and transcend. Daryl Owens, how are you doing? Hey, Dick Boy TV. Hey, Cimarron. Oh, wonderful. Cimarron says, hey, Mama. Hello to you in the chat. I'm so happy to hear your voice. I'm with my loved one who was out of ICU and finally breathing on her own. Beautiful. Now, Cimarron, we have to go and wrap our heads and stuff like that. We have to be real careful. I'm telling y'all that. And I don't be doing what I supposed to be doing. I had this guy that I called my spiritual teacher named Matt, and I haven't found Matt yet. But Matt pulled a move. I'm still trying to see how Matt pulled this. He's a grand magician. He used to sing. He used to say he did something with James Brown. Y'all, I ain't really sure. He did show me a picture with James Brown and stuff like that. So I did see that. He was with James Brown and his entourage and all, but he's a very spiritual man. Matter of fact, he drives a limousine around. Him and his wife, they honestly drive a limo around. And I really want to connect with Matt, but Matt, one of the last time I was around Matt looked like he was afraid of me. And like I said, he's spiritual and he could read real good. Um, I had a spiritual attachment, which y'all know I deal with that because of who I am. But Matt pulled a number on me. So Matt gives me his phone number. He said, I want you to call me anytime you need me. I said, okay. So, a couple of times I had called Matt and everything. We talked on the phone and all of that and stuff because, he give a lot of insight to me and my son. He said my son is gifted with sight, which I already know that my son can see. My son can see real good. He see people that are deceased. He can see them very well. But one time I went to call Matt, and when I called him, my doctor's office picked up the phone. So I don't know how the fuck that happened. Matt's number now is the doctor's office's number, so I can't get in touch with Matt. Now how the hell that happened? Now my thing is him being a grand magician as he is, and I'm gonna tell you something about Matt. Matt walks around with a long trench coat on, even in the summertime, and a pair of cowboy boots, and he keep his hair plaited up like a picky nanny all the time with a red bandana tied around his head. I have a cousin like that too. I have a cousin that's gifted with sight down here that walks around like this. He have his hair plaited up down here. This is what they do in Alabama. The men plait their hair up like a picky nanny, and then they put a red bandana on their head and tie it. I guess that's where the gangsters got that from. That's probably where the gangsters got that from, anyways. But those are spiritual people. If you see somebody like that in Alabama down here, they can see. They can see. But anyways, I said all this to say what? I don't know. Matt was a teacher of mine, and he would always tell me to at all times keep something over your head. Auntie said it too. Never go into a hospital without your head covered because you are a healer. You are a healer. He said, you cannot control who you heal. When you go in public, you may be healing somebody. Somebody might not want that person to get well. He said, when you go inside of a hospital, for every person that wants that person to recover, there's always people that don't want them to recover. So if you go in the hospital and that person is recovering, the people who don't want them to recover, their spirit's going to attack you. So now you're wondering why the hell you dealing with all of this physical pain and all of these different issues and bad luck is following you. You just healed somebody. You've just gotten somebody fucking well. There was this lady, she had these big barnacle type balls all over her body, little black balls, and she was going to everybody asking them, can they help? And I turned my head real quick because I said, I can't look at her. I can't look at her. I cannot look at her. Shortly after that, I got attacked. Shortly after that, I got an attack on me. I went to the hospital and they couldn't find anything wrong with me. It's just my heart was beating bad. Boom, 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 boom. Because I was scared. Heart beating just like that. And then they said, oh, you in sinus tachycardia. That's the only thing. But I was afraid. We just want you to calm down, take some deep breaths. And that's it. I walked out the door. Just the feeling of being in a hospital got me well. But it goes back to what Matt says. Cover your heads when you're in doctor's offices, clinics, and hospitals if you are an empathic healer. Okay? You cannot allow anybody to touch your body. Everybody grabs me in public. I'm like, what the hell? And they always have cancer. And they've recovered. And they grab me and hug me all the time. Because they can look in my eyes and see if I can only touch the hem of her garment. Now, I know a lot of folks going to say this lady is delusional. And she's suffering from grandeur delusions. No, I'm not. I know what I'm talking about. I have lots of people that they'll grab my bag, my pocketbook be on my shoulder. They'll pick it up. They'll touch it. They'll touch me. And all of that stuff because they know what I am, what I represent. The majority of people are oblivious because they have programs that they don't understand. And it's good that they are like that. Don't wake them up. Let them stay like that because we wouldn't be able to handle all of these people coming to us because we're lights in a dark, dark, desolate place. So leave them sleep. Let them wake up. Once they wake up, they'll calm. If they never wake up, it was never intended. You'll get sick trying to wake people up. You're not to disturb them. There are consequences to trying to let someone skip when the child ain't ready. Okay? So you all have moral responsibilities, a moral obligation to follow the rules and the laws of nature and the cosmos. Let them sleep. I'm gonna get a t-shirt said let them sleep. And then I'm gonna wear, it's gonna be like a pajama line. But so you want to cover your heads, especially to your dreadlock ones. If you're dreadlock, you want to keep your head covered because the coils cannot be combed out. If your hair is straight, you can wash and comb out the actual information. In other words, does that make sense? If you cut your hair, you can cut the information off. If you're a dreadlock, you keep in those coils. That's what those coils are like. They represent a lot of things, the coils in your hair. For one thing, it is to protect your brains from damage, from damage of the sun, the UV rays and stuff. Because, like, if we were like in our natural habitat, it would be fucking hot. You understand? So it's sort of like a fabric that protects, and at the same time, too, the coils are like they're like electrical wires and stuff like that, and that holds information, as I said. It can hold spirits, a lot of that stuff. Like you do when I do readings and stuff, the fact you cannot just go and wash. I do a reading, I can't just go and wash my head. Because but the bed will be drenched because my hair holds water. Is really like waterproof, but it can hold water. It takes time for my hair to dry. You understand? So when I do a reading, y'all ever wonder why you see the Rasta man with his hair covered, or women who have long dreadlocks cover their head, is because it's to keep, certain things out. Because we can't just wash our head just every day. You do not wash dreadlocks daily. You will develop mold and all that stuff in there because that stuff sits in there. And, and I ain't going to go into the whole dreadlock thing, but I'm just saying. So if I do a reading, I got to go and wrap my head or cover my head up with something when I do a reading. I'm taking this stuff a little bit more serious. This is why y'all don't see me really on camera much anymore, because I'm taking this a little bit more serious. Why? Because the age I'm in now is affecting me a little bit more now. So I got to follow instructions. You know what I'm saying? So and so I'm advising you to do so too, Cimarron. You need to don't never go in a hospital without your head anointed. That's another thing. Us spirituals have to anoint our foreheads before we do readings, before we walk out the house. You have to keep yourself anointed. That's how come Auntie had cancer all the time, has never been pain, never was sick, because she kept herself anointed. Meanwhile, while this thing was ravaging in her body. You know what I'm saying? A simple colonoscopy could have caught that. I'm at the age of colonoscopies, checks. Harwood, following, I guess, a little bit of the doctor's instructions, diet, and anointing could have avoided some of that. You know what I'm saying? But she's always healing other people. So make sure if you're a healer, you also taking the time out to heal yourself. I think all women are natural born healers. I think we just all healers by right, if you don't had babies, especially because I'm saying you nurse babies. Who can say a woman who has had babies and nursed them is not a healer, is not a nurse? She's a natural healer, so she can relate. You don't dress diapers and white butts and stuff like that, and baby cooties and baby peaties, and you done cleaned all of that up and everything, and you there when they got colds, the sniffles, and you're doing all kind of things to heal the baby. You're a natural born healer. And for somebody to say, "Oh, you ain't no healer," look at that person, check that person out, look at them good, because you're maybe dealing with a person with a bunch of programs. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. Saint Anne says the black woman especially. Okay. Well, we are all healers. They come in an array of colors. But the black woman nurtured all of us throughout the ages here in history here in the United States of America. You always see this depiction of Aunt Jemima, which they said she was an actual real lady, but she has an energy that can embody people, that energy. And we see pictures of her suckling her babies and suckling all the other people babies and nursing other people babies. She's always this big black woman, but she was also an oracle and a healer. You understand? Some plantations didn't even have doctors. You understand? They just had folks that were in that actual plantation, that like the oracles and stuff like that. Some of them were men, some of them were women, but a lot of them were women. They came in and they birthed those babies and stuff like that. They did all of that stuff. They didn't have no cesarean sections, you know. My dad was telling me how he said them women were built out of something back then. They were built. He said women now are built out of nothing. And he said when that baby could not come out, they didn't cut your stomach. This is what he said they did. He said they would get a man to sit down on that woman's stomach and bounce. That baby popped out. And if she needed stitching up in there, they took their time and stitched her up with needle and thread. Needle and thread. That's exactly what they did. You had to be built out of some. Well, a lot of us could not take it. I was born in a house. I was talking to my mom. I said, how in the world did you do that? Because like my son would actually, they had to have forceps to pull him, long forceps, even with my daughter forceps. But the last one, she just popped out. I guess I got it right that third time. You know how I got it right? Because I got my ass up and I walked, caught the bus, went everywhere. I was always on my feet. My mom telling me you sitting on your ass, baby. That baby gonna grow on you. It's gonna be hard to get out. She was right. I learned the hard way. So, back in the day, like my mom, she said if she ran into a situation like that, she said we would have just died. You know what I'm saying? But no, they wouldn't because they stayed on their feet. My mom said she chopped wood and she went and gathered wood up and everything because the only source of heat they had was a pot belly stove. And so she said I was constantly on my feet. All of that food we eat now, we didn't eat that food. We ate from the ground. We had greens and beans and we ate vegetables. So you wasn't gonna get big like that. See, so like I say, I go. Let's go back to this right here. We need to cover our heads up. This is for people who are. I'm not talking about everybody's not to follow these instructions. You'll know if it's you and you're chosen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not chosen to do this. But if you are a serious practitioner, you're taking this to the next level. You're making a living off this. This is your living. You are supposed to have a gown on. You are supposed to have on a gown or a long dress. Men, gowns with pants, women, dresses, and your head is supposed to be wrapped and you're supposed to be adorned with protection at all times when you walk out the door. And the staff is honestly like you see people with staffs, you think, oh, they can't walk, something wrong with their leg. The staff has magical properties in it. A lot of them walk around with the staff as a spiritual companion. Some people sleep with them at their bed. At one time, I would sleep with mine like an astral stick to help navigate. It's just a lot of stuff, y'all. I can't explain it all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to give y'all an idea of how this thing works. Yes, that's right, Akita. Your crown's supposed to be covered at all times. I see, Akita, you keep your crown covered. I see. And you definitely look like an oracle. Definitely. You what they really look like. So I saw you. So you need to I know you already I can't tell you take heed because you already taking heed. I already see that right now. Um oh, Saint Anne said, I can't wait for my gowns and colored head wraps. Now, do you have some coming, or what you got some coming? Or you gonna make them? I'm telling you that stuff. Some people can sew and do it. I made one gown and just seemed like I almost want to pass out. Well, I took and I got a lot of views on that video. Well, I took and I'm gonna get back into it. It's just so much I'm doing right now. Well, I took the muslin, the muslin, and I took it and I dyed it real good with herbs and stuff like that. And I let it set outside in rainwater. And I used that because I collected a lot of rainwater because I'm gonna get ready to do me another one. And I dunked it twice. I dunked it twice because what I'll do is this. Then I'll cut the fabric out after I've rinsed it real good, and then I'll make the actual gown, and then I'll dunk it down in it again. Fresh herbs and dye once again, and let it stay outside, and then that's what gives me a darker dye and all and stuff. So and when you wear it, it seems like I cannot even describe it. When you make your own stuff and grow your own food, it's a different feeling. It's much more fortifying, and it means a whole lot more to me when I'm picking squash out the garden and washing it and cutting it up and eating it. Sometimes we go out and me and my son would just go and just eat straight from the garden, like a tomato, just sit there and eat it like an apple. It charges you up. It's a frequency in there you can't get in a grocery store food or vegetable. And like one year I had an abundance of cucumbers. Oh my goodness. They will hydrate you. And I had an abundance of okra to a point where some of them stifled. I just couldn't get them all. It was just too much. I'm hoping that I have another year like this year because I didn't have a garden last year. But y'all, I got my fingers crossed and I'm talking to the spirits. I'm like, help me. Mr. Willie and my son, they're getting the garden prepped right now. We're going to be doing a little bit more work to it and stuff like that. I want some good vegetables. I want some cucumbers, some squash, some tomatoes, some eggplant. Y'all write it down now. I can't never grow enough beans. I only grew one watermelon 1 year, and it was an orange one in the inside, a yellow meat. Oh my goodness. It was sweet. And I had a few cantaloupes and stuff like that in there and stuff like that. I'm hoping to have something like that again. So I'm telling everybody, if you got a backyard, you should be prepping right now, especially since it's warm. You should be prepping. Leaves are not to be thrown away. They're supposed to be composted. Build your garden soil with leaves. Jimmy had like high beds, and they were high because he composted over 5 years leaves. My beds are getting real high in the back there. So, and this is only for the practitioners that are ready to take it to the next level. And if you this is not you, I'm not talking about you, okay? Gowns and head wraps. It's what you're supposed to wear. It's not just the costume, it's your protection. And I'm going to tell you something, and I know this for sure. And when that guy came and I washed his feet in the creek. I washed him in the creek because he said he turned into a werewolf like when the full moon comes up. And this stuff is true. A lot of people don't realize people are affected by the moon like that. A lot of people commit murders and crimes and stuff during that full moon energy because it has like a lot of effect on certain people. That's where they get the word lunatic from. And they say, oh, she's a lunatic. A lunar. 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 Okay? A lot of women get moon sicknesses and stuff during that time. But anyway, so I gave him a good washing down, and I knew to put my gown on. I had a long gown on when I did that. When we come up out that creek, that thing that came up off him was trying to fly and go up in between my legs, but it couldn't because that rope was down to my feet. And because it couldn't just get up on me real quick, it laid there and died. When them things die, they look like black leaves, like black rotten leaves, like dried black rotten leaves is what they look like when they come up. I know because I done seen them. I done seen them fall off of folks. St. Anne said his last past moon was crazy. Akita says Ashe. Elegant Victory said mine too. Still beautiful photo though. Oh, says St. Anne. Ooh, as St. Anne says elegant. Okay. Akita says garden, make your own compost. Yeah, so y'all don't throw. Now this is for people. I want people to think I'm forcing them to do something. You understand? But this is the circle. I'm trying to let you all know what to do ahead of time. I got other videos that I got to do for my Patreons and stuff, giving them instructions. I want everybody to get my curse oils. I need to say this right here. I want everybody to have my curse oil. Get my curse oil because the curse oil is going to give you a solution to things that come for you. You curse them. You don't work no deal out with them. You don't forgive them. You don't, That is just like, I'm going to stand here and just let folks throw eggs at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the church has lied to you. Do you think I'm going to stand here and let 100 and some folks just throw eggs at me and not defend myself? I'm just going to stand here and not move. So you can't do that. Okay? You curse them. That is the only method that I've known so far that works. I hear a lot of spiritualists talk about this, that, and the other, but I don't hear nobody offering a solution to curse them. Don't worry about who they are. Allow the spirits to carry out the act. You need your black curse oil. You need your black curse oil. Hit me up, $35. I can get you some curse oil out there. Okay. But in Patreon, I'm gonna be showing them how to make their own oils. In Patreon, I'm gonna be showing you how to get this stuff done. Okay. Okay. I'm in the chat, y'all. Daryl says send me some seeds. Y'all can get these books. They're coming out already because some of mine have come here where you can get organic seeds. Do not buy seeds out of Walmart. Now, even though I'm guilty and probably gonna go up there and get some anyways. If you want to get your seeds organic, right now is the best time to go to eBay or different, or they got some farmers and stuff like that that are selling seeds that you can get that are heirloom. These some farmers have had these seeds in their generation for like 100 years or so. Some make those claims that they have like rose bushes and stuff like that that's been in their family for those many years, which is a good thing because we're losing a lot of these precious roses and just all kind of plants and vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So if your granddaddy has been farming for 60 years and the seeds are still there, they still are, gathering the seeds from the fruits and vegetables after harvest and all, and they eat them and all, then you got heirloom seeds. So we done lost a lot of veggies, y'all, a lot of fruits to GMOs, and due to the fact that this is what they want us to do. They want us to stop. They want us to buy their vegetables and fruits. Meanwhile, we've neglected our heirlooms. By heirloom seeds only, organic. I don't know what that really means, but I know what heirloom means. Okay. I'm reading the chat. I heard that Daffy says she wants some purple hull peas. I do. I love purple hull peas. Um, it's just like if you're gonna do purple hull peas, if you need a pot of those, you got to have a lot of room in your garden because I barely have enough to make a pot. It's always a little small boiler full. But most of the farmers and stuff, they have like rows and rows and rows because it takes so much of that to actually grow it. I have a thing out there that I do with the purple hill peas. I always put mine in circles, like the key. Y'all ever heard of the key garden, the African key garden? I always do my peas like that. And in the center, I drop my compost in there. Oh, like I was talking about, Akita was talking about compost, y'all. If you're serious and you want to do a garden this year, don't throw your eggshells away. Don't throw eggshells are high in calcium, and your plants are gonna love it. Do not throw your banana hulls. Don't throw no vegetable parts away. You want to keep your vegetable parts. You want to keep your fruit parts, and that's it. Coffee grounds. If you do pea and toot your own pea and toot like Jim did. Jim did his own waste in his food, so I'm a part of Jim because I sure ate some of it, and I'm fine. And So, and if you say, yeah, let me tell you something, you need to stop eating at the grocery stores because a lot of that stuff, they do pee and shit on it. Okay. So, if you got this thing about not wanting to eat, that don't eat vegetables and fruits at the grocery store because you don't know what they're doing to it. Okay. Like somebody told me they can't eat eggs from a chicken. That's nasty because my hens have stopped laying. I got to get new hens, so I need to get a house up. While I'm sitting here talking, I got so much to do, but they are not laying anymore. I think they're like 3 years old now, so their laying time is over. But my girl's been good to me. They do provide me black feathers, and this is what I make my black oil out of, the black feathers of the chicken. So I just gave y'all hint, 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 hint. The black feather chicken is very powerful on a supernatural level. And so we'll talk about that another time. But yeah. So somebody was telling me they cannot eat the eggs from the chicken. It's so crazy. They have to get them from the grocery store. It's just, we just these programs we got in us, it's just ridiculous. Them things. Y'all need to be working on them programs out there. I know y'all are, but I'm just saying some people aren't. Work on those programs. please, because this is ridiculous. You eat your chickens? I can't eat no chicken like that. I have to eat the chicken from the what? Only the chicken from the grocery store. It's ridiculous. Let me get back in this chat, y'all. Hey, Lips and Froze, how are you doing? And thank you so much for moderating. It's been a minute. Are you getting to a point where you got a stopping point yet? Oh, hey, MVP. Off T. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for the word. Clicked on this by accident. Spirit led me here. I'm going to see a very sick person today. Are there any messages you are picking up for me? Let me tell you something, MVP. You did not come here by accident. You know, we got to stop saying that accident. You know what I'm saying? It was already preordained. What I can say is this: I want you to make sure that you are protected. Okay? Make sure you going in there protected, and you want to make sure you got your do you have like protection jewelry and everything like that? Tourmaline, obsidian, black stones and stuff like that. You want to wear dark clothes. You want to keep your head covered. You have all of that going on for you. Depending on what is going on with the person, you want to make sure you come home and you want to take a good salt bath. I recommend the Himalayan sea salt. You want a good, go to the grocery store and get a good can of that and get ready to soak in it. So that means this message was for you the whole time. You got the message right there. Put your wall of protection up, okay? Because it's so deep. Like doctors and nurses are under fire all the time, and they're healing people and stuff like that. Because you can get attachments you're just nursing, just doctoring on someone, but they're protected by that little thing that's on their shoulder, that they're under the medical profession, which is itself an organization, sort of like an occult, that snake that wraps around that thing. You understand? Protects them. They are under protection. So you go and you're seeing someone, and as they recover, that spirit that cannot stay there. You understand? That got to jump up out of there because the high blood pressure is being treated. It's going to either stick to their aura and wait for another hole, wait for an ailment to show back up so that they can get back into those bodies and stuff and make them ill again, or it's going straight on off to hop on you. So you need to make sure you are well protected before you go over there. Hello, Bantu Viking. How you doing? That's right. Hello, Veggie Woman. Where you been? And she says Himalayan sea salt at the Dollar Tree, salt 84 brand, £1, $1. I cannot stress enough how powerful sea salt baths are. Somebody had the nerves to sit and come to me on one of my comment section arguing with me because I said the ocean is a healer. You know what I'm saying? Big Mama is a healer. And they argue with me about that. Okay, to make it, have it your way. Okay? They said it's best to go to the rivers, the lakes, and the ponds. I never said it's not okay to go to fresh water. I'm saying what works for me. You understand what I'm saying? Is when I took me a good ocean sea bath and let Mama give me a bath. Because you could take spirits off, and you take them spirits off at the ocean and stuff. The ocean will take care of those spirits. You ain't got to worry about them hopping on other folks. Now, even though some spirits are at the ocean, so you got to really be careful when you go there too, because some people have shedded those spirits, and now those spirits are looking for something else, another home to go to or whatever. But the best healer is the ocean. I'm not changing my mind, and like a little drop or two or three of ocean water to go into your body to internally clean it. Do not drink ocean water, okay? I said a drop or two. Some people will take ocean water back home so that they can have that to go into and cleanse their body. Okay? That's why they do the baking soda. The baking soda is a form of salt and salt water, and take it in internally to not only cleanse the air in on the outside, but also in the inside. You understand? Hey Tam, you how you doing? Tam, you said I have a bottle of ocean water at home. I do too. I keep ocean water on my altars. If I when I go, I'm always getting me some ocean water to bring home. It is good to even have some and add to your bath water. Like if you can get a bunch of masonry jars of ocean water. I've seen people collecting all kind of stuff from the ocean, sand, all of that stuff, taking it home and stuff. Because see, the sand is also good. You know, most of people don't realize that there is a lot of spiritual stuff going on in your feet. That's why you got some places that will wash your feet for you to get your ails off. They can settle there in your feet. So you can just use ocean water, sand, and have that to put your feet down in. So that goes back to grounding yourself on soil. Hey, Fatima, how are you? Hey, Trinity Supreme Powers, how you doing? What's going on, Trinity? Trinity says some people love provoking folk wrong, LO get a life. Well, see, people don't they can't handle the truth. Lives and Fro says, I have time to enjoy your live today. Oh, okay. Yeah, some people cannot handle the truth. Some people are angry with you because they really feel like you can help them find their way, and they want to know why you ain't trying to help them. They want to know why. Why ain't you helping me? Because I'm not going to help everybody until you can acknowledge the fact that it is your problem. You're in the situation you're in, not mine. I can't do nothing to help you. When people are in victim mode and they're looking for people to blame, don't work with them. Don't help them. Let them stay there till they come to the realization that they have put in place themselves where they at. Tamu says, yes, I bought lots of Himalayan salt from Dollar Store, and yes, Ocean Hills. It's the primordial fluid of life. Amniotic fluid comes from ocean. It's the water of life. That's right. Somebody was telling me they taste their amniotic fluid and said it tastes just like salt water. How cool is that? The womb is the ocean. The womb is the healer. Why you think men want to get in there? It's the healing waters in the womb. That's why Yamaya presides over the oceans, over the womb, and over the baby that is in the womb, and she protects and everything. Oh, my heart is just broken. Oh, my heart is just broken. We'll talk about that one day. Whew. I just had a moment, y'all. Erica said, hey, Erica, I need to get some Himalayan salt for cleansing. Yes, and I always bathe in Himalayan salt. Always. That's the only way I can knock these spirits off. It's just to keep myself in salt water. Let me give you an idea. Have you all ever woke up and you was just so drowsy and tired you just couldn't shake it, and then you get in the tub and then all of a sudden you wide awake? It's because you shook spirits. That's a cleansing form of getting rid of these spirits that want you to just sit there and just lounge around and lay down and all of that. You removing them. But they still hanging around. What most of them do is they go up under the dressers. They go in dark places and wait for the night. Like right now. And that's why my mom would always put, mothballs under the dressers and all of that stuff like that. They don't like camphor. And camphor is in mothballs and stuff like that. Stuff is so toxic, it'll knock you out. It'll kill you if you ain't careful. You know what I'm saying? So, right now in my house, a lot of those spirits that can only take the night, they're hiding in cabinets in drawers, in dark places. And when night comes, they come out. That's how this thing works. The ailing spirits. Yes, I have. Lips and Froze says, "Do you use black salt, Mama?" Yes, I do. Black salt is really good for people with high blood pressure because it has an effect to lower the pressure. I had some, but I ran out. I need to get some more. But black salt is real good for your body, y'all. For people with high blood pressure, and it's a good protector too. But she was so hard to find it. They promote that pink, but not that others. Oh, thank you so much for the donation, Trinity Supreme Powers. Thank you for your generous donation. Let me read what she says. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and creativity with us. Thank you and thank y'all because I'm in here learning, and there are a lot of people who will come back later because some people are busy and they don't get notifications till later, and some people just will have to manually check. And I think a lot of it has to do with like how many subscribers you all have. Like if you got a lot of subscribers, you know what I mean, a lot of subscriptions, I'm sorry. If you have a lot of subscriptions and YouTube is not going to just let your bell just go off every second, you go crazy. So you have to like if you want to know if I've done a video, probably check your email or just come here and manually check to see if I have done something, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So yes, thank you so much. Y'all don't know how much the support means to me, the donations, and you all just offering me encouragement to keep going in spite of the fact that, something wants me not to do no videos, but I'm gonna keep doing them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping I can help somebody out there, and so you all won't have to um have it hard like I did. Mama had it hard. I got bought sense over here. This is bought sense. Every bit of it. Um, and that pink and black is pretty. I'm thinking about doing a doll in that. I'm gonna do an or y'all like right now I can hear somebody walking around. I'm in the only person in this house, but I can hear the spirit walking around in the house. You know what I'm saying? The walker, they just help themselves. Just walk around. I never will forget. I was gonna get ready to do a video and dance for y'all, and I got this big old mirror, a big mirror, and I clearly saw a big old heavy set woman with a little boy walking behind her. And it looked like she had on these, like she was dressed like Aunt Jemima. She had her head wrap. See, it's a thing down here in Alabama, what it used to be. I don't know, like I say, I got Matt, my spiritual teacher, he keeps his head with a red bandana. And my cousin Red wears a red bandana on his head. So I know it's some significant to that on a spiritual level because even Aunt Jemima, which was a beautiful woman, they taught us to ostracize her, because she was like who she was, a loving, giving person. They have programmed us to be ashamed of her, but she built the nation. She nurtured the nation. She was there. She was stronger than God. She was stronger than God, or she was strong as God. You know what I'm saying? To be able to endure what she endured. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a video here. Pay some homage to her. A lot of people have her on the altar, and some people call her Mama Wata. They call her that. But she wears a red bandana. But anyway, so this lady was when I started my video, she heard and rushed out, like, let me give her some privacy so she can do what she do. And it was a little bitty boy following him behind her. I saw him walking through the mirror. I didn't get scared. I did not get scared. I said, okay. That is so respectful of her to give me this moment so I can dance. You know what I'm saying? So I just went on and I danced. and everything. So I know she came back shortly after that, and I appreciate her. But she's depicted as wearing um she's depicted as wearing a big dress with a red, it's a red dress, I think, with a white apron on. And she always wears a red bandana. And this is how it was down south once upon a time. So don't let them fool y'all. They know how it used to be. They want you to be ashamed of her so that you won't connect with that energy. Because they know that was some powerful energy back in them days. If only y'all was still, embodying that energy. St. Anne said pink is taboo in this house. Urzili Dantor is the only Urzili in here. Pink is for Urzili Freda, and I will not like her. Oh. I looked at a lot of qualities, and people be admonishing me about this. But look, let me tell you something. This is my channel. I'm gonna say what I want to say. And somebody put a long comment on. If you want to be politically correct about a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, coming on my channel doing this, please go and find another channel, because this is based upon my observation and my opinion, and I have the right to do that. But these Loas and Orishas are similar in energy. And somebody says, you're not supposed to mix that up. That's like mixing Muslims with this, that, and other. Look, they are similar in energy, okay? Arzuli Dantor and Oya. Look at their qualities. I just want you all to look at their qualities. Look at their character. Just look at it. Arzuli Freda. Ochon. Look at them. Look at them. Read up on them. Look on them. Call them to you. I don't know how you do it. I just want you to look at these things. That's all I got to say. Ichu, Legba, Ilegua. Look at it. Look at them. Okay? That's all I got to say. Thank you. Akita said, "Do as you will," and you got to realize, hoodoo. I am hoodoo. We use and borrow whatever we need to get the job done. Ain't no rules now. Don't expect for me to follow no rules over here. We don't follow rules over here. So if you need to sit here and debate on this, that, and the other, and argue about this, that, and the other, you don't need to be in no hoodoo now. Because if they tell me I need to put a bright green snake in this recipe, I ain't listening to nobody who's saying, no, they ain't said that. It don't go that way. My spirit said, go and get a bright green snake. I'm going to go and get a bright green snake. It's funny. Doc was telling me, she said, you need to get a bird so that you can get rid of that vampire. And I was like, I can't find one. She said, you need to get it, and it need to be hanging upside down. When I don't do something, somebody tell me to do, spirits do it. I looked and I found a black bird in a net that I had up there. And the bird was hanging, it was a black bird hanging upside down. And I was like, well, dog, who did this? The spirits went and did it. I was like, oh my God. So I didn't want the bird to be just, go to waste. So I got the actual skull out of the bird and put it in my little black magical bag that I got over here. So I put it in there and stuff like that. But your spirits will carry out things for you if you're really in tune to them. They'll protect you and do the work for you. Hey, Sun-Kissed Queen, how you doing? Greetings to you too. Saint Anne said Ochun and Oya are sisters. Akita's Garden said we ain't got time to argue. Y'all be careful who you're arguing with. Be real careful who distracts you practitioners, especially you practitioners that are out there and you have your own channels and stuff trying to help people. Waste no time going back and forth with people. Waste no time. They're just here to keep you uh 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 um derailed off course, and that's their function. And you got, when you know that that's their function, you know what I'm saying, then you can stick with your discipline and continue to provide content. If these individuals are talking to an audience of ignorant people, you already know that you're wasting your time to try to get logic to them. You got to know some people, they're that come to constantly keep you off track, and then they go to their channels and talk nonsense about you. They have an audience that they have to entertain that wants that. There's always going to be an audience for everything. You see what I'm saying? So whereas you got an audience where you are trying to connect and you all can do a study and take it to the next level, this individual that wants to talk trash about you have an audience that need the drama. And you cannot persuade people when they sleep. You let them sleep. Let them stay in a deep sleep. And when they wake up, if they ever wake up, they'll come to you. Everybody got a job. Oh, thank you, Akita's Garden. I like that right there. I like those little those cyclones. That's mama right there. Um, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all. Hey Ariana, how you doing? Think I gotta go. Hey Sean, a butterfly. They may be the same entity, different names for different cultures. That's true. Thank you so much. The wind may be called the wind here, but in another culture, they may have another name for the wind. There's no telling what they call it. Does that make sense? Does it really mean that the energies are different, or they just got different names? Okay. Y'all, I better run and hop in this tub. Miss Nikki said, yes, I had to just log on and check in, casting you through my house while I clean these spirits out of here. Okay. Yes, and see, the spring equinox is coming pretty soon. Boy, it got here fast. Y'all, it's still warm out here. It's still, they said it was gonna be cold today, but it's not. Unless it's gonna start tonight. This is the warmest January on record for me. You know, I ain't listening to what they say on TV. I've been here 50 plus years. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of the warmest ever. I can't even say this is wintertime. This is not wintertime. Even when it's cold, it's still not wintertime because something just feel off and fake. Don't feel like the winter I knew as a kid. The winter I knew as a kid, me and Mr. Wood was talking about it had a sound to it. You could hear a sound in it. And that's because we are tuned in on a higher level of frequency, not the highest, but a higher level of frequency. When you're like that, you can feel the energy of a specific thing and you can tell whether it is that thing or not. Like, somebody can blind you for you and you still can feel that there's a presence in there, even though you can't see, that type of thing. And it had also, it looked a certain kind of a way. Up in the daytime, we were blowing smoke out our mouth. We could see our breath. Now these winters, you don't see your breath in the daytime. Daytime, blowing smoke out your mouth. I remember in high school, we would have these long coats on and stuff and bubblegum coats and stuff. And you could see your breath in the day. That's gone. They cannot bring that back. All they can do is create a scenario and an illusion to make you think it is cold when it's not. What was won't be no more. And this is going to sweep the globe, unfortunately. That's true. Akita says supposedly there were only 2 seasons and not 4. It was. You had your rainy season, and then you had I think the other one was like your dry season. Those were the only two. You would have monsoon rains and you'd have total drought. And what they would do to grow food, which I think is just beautiful when they do this, they would create an ecosystem where they would gather in vessels, clay vessels, all of the water during the monsoon rains. That was the gift. The rains was the gift. They would get that and they will have vessels that they would keep the water in so that they can irrigate their vegetables and fruit gardens and all of that other stuff. That's the whole earth. This 4 seasons thing is something created by man. Man created this. So, uh, Erica said, my dad said, do not feel shocked when we will be in feet of snow when July comes around. Okay. Now, this lady was telling me, and she's an oracle, big time. She told me, she said, neat. She said, I went to sleep and there were ice sheets all over people's houses and all over the streets. She said, I just flew over everything, wasn't there but ice everywhere and darkness. And then I thought about it. I said, that's probably when they're going to take this to a new level to control this heat. They're going to take it to another level. They are not going to give up. I'm telling you. Right now, the scientists are trying to come up with another machine, another apparatus, or another compound or some chemicals to make it even colder. Okay? They're going to fix this because they know that it is death if they don't get this under control. There are going to be some places where they cannot afford to modify the weather, where it's going to just turn into a motherfucking desert. Some parts of the earth will, we can say in a sense, die. But is the desert really dead? You see what I'm saying? Because I know on a spiritual, ethereal level that there is invisible life in those places and stuff. That's where you get these mirages and all of that stuff at. You know, you ever seen a mirage before? You see buildings and stuff, but they're not really real because it's really a ghost of another worldly dimensional world in these places and stuff like that. Well, I'll get to that later, but we're going to talk about some of that later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sounds of Zen. How you doing? Says I finally caught alive. Yeah, yes, and you can watch the replay because I'm actually getting ready to leave and stuff like that. I just have to show this place some love and stuff. But Patreon is where I'm going to be doing a lot of work. So if you all are interested, visit me on Patreon because I got to get out and get some content in those places. That's where the exclusives are, you know, and well, from $1 on up. You know, you can get you a little place over there in our circle on Patreon. When I finish this video and it uploads, give me a minute. I'm going to put the Patreon link there. I'm also going to show some love to Vimeo out there today too. So I need to be getting up, making some moves. Somebody was saying, "Hi, in the world you do all of that?" And I said, my day is just filled with research and dealing with these spirits and doing work for people and stuff because I had to get on it. I got like 2 dolls I got to make. And them dolls are not no joke. It's lots and lots of work, y'all. I cannot I stress how much work and energy it takes to create them. But I got to get up and do some things, y'all. I really do. And like I say, y'all can find me on Patreon. And you all can I was just looking and I can't figure out how come. Let me turn my computer on. Why I cannot get a link going in the chat. I cannot get them going. I can't get my links going in the chat room, y'all. Let's see. Because I was trying to. Oh, it's telling me my battery is low. Uh, I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna put them in there, and I got to get this charged up because I got a lot of projects, y'all. I'm getting ready for y'all. You all are gonna definitely be excited. Like once again, the solution, my solution, for all of the attacks and ails that come for you is my cursing oil. For $35, I can get you all some cursing oil. You can text me if you're interested. A lot of people are afraid to take this to this level, but this is only for the people who are comfortable. If you're comfortable with where you are in spirituality, I'm talking to you. I'm giving you all instructions to help and better and empower yourselves. Once again, you're to wear gowns at all time. Okay, this is for your practitioners that don't have to go to a 9 to 5. If you go to a 9 to 5, you still want to do it later on when you get home. That's fine. I want to be able to. I want to be able to identify you with the robes and stuff like that, gowns at all times. So I'm going to be the example. I'm going to be doing some more dancing. So give me some more time now with my pants on, okay? I'm going to be dancing a little bit more. Her Jimi Hendrix outfits and stuff on, and her uh, James Brown cowboy boots and everything, because I love to dance. But I'm really on a serious note. I'm going to be the example. I'm going to start off with the gown and the head wraps. There are already practitioners doing it, okay? But we're going to start doing it, okay? Do y'all hear me? Want you all to go online now and look, okay, for your gowns and your head wraps. People who know where you can find gowns and head wraps, please let us know where we can find them also, okay? You can just type in African gowns and find it, Muslim gowns, and find them, or you can make your own, and I would love to show you all how to make them. But you got to, I mean, you're going to need a sewing machine, or you're going to be sewing it on your hand for a long time. Keep your heads covered, especially you dreadlock ones. And if you got coils in your hair, your hair coils, it wraps around information. You need to cover your heads. Always keep yourself anointed. I do have the cursing oil. That's the solution. Curse them. When people throw negative energies at you, curse them. Always take your sea salt baths. If you're going in hospitals and doctors' offices, you want to make sure you are getting in a sea salt bath. Like I think it's some two people are in the hospital, going to the hospitals now to visit. And the person sent a donation. They ought to make sure that they are doing what I'm telling you to do. You're supposed to be coming home into a salt bath. Stop at Dollar General somewhere and get you some sea salt. Okay. And what I'm fixing to do, since I told you, I'm finna get in sea salt. Because if you are a practitioner and you're suggesting something for somebody to heal their ills, you got to do the same thing, or the spirit gonna come over here and attach itself on you. Okay, thank you for the fire, Cape Fear. Where you been? Thank you so much. Okay. St. Anne says so many suicides lately. Suicides are just not natural. These are spirits, spirit attachments. The spirit of suicide is real. If you have a family member that may commit suicide, or a friend, somebody you love, or what have you, protect yourself. So I was looking at some of these movies and stuff that they got on Netflix and Tubby TV. Oh my goodness, But the movies kind of tell you what's really going on. Where this person may have committed suicide in a house, and then unbeknownst to you all, another person moves in and they're committing suicide in that house. That spirit is trapped in that house. So when you get these houses, you have to do work on them. You got to release these spirits and open the doors and the windows and tell them, go on, get your ass out of here. Right now. Get the tambourines and shake. They don't like too much noise. They don't like too much change. And you regularly got to do that. Spring equinox, winter solstices. You got to do a house clearing. I got to do that for the temple. And I'm constantly doing it here. And even then, you can't always get it out. You might open up a drawer cabinet and some shit fly up out of there. Like I said, in the daytime, they hide in darkness in your home. But what good is it gonna do? Do a consecration on your house? You in here talking about some glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down, Lord, y'all get the message. But you got your windows and stuff down and your doors closed. You're beating on tambourine, shaking the maracas and drumming and drums and all that, but every door and every window is down. Where they gonna go? They might really want to be freed and get the hell up out the damn house. You understand? So I don't care what they do with these air conditioners and all of that. Open your goddamn doors. I open my door every day. And I go and tell them, get the fuck out. Get your ass out my goddamn house. You don't mean me no good. Get your bitch ass out. Custom asses. Auntie tell me don't curse dead. If them they don't mean you good, no good. Curse them. I curse them. So my cursing oil is $35 if you interested. I have sold very little cursing oil. It just seemed like it come in spurts and spouts. If I advertise on YouTube, oh, it's a flood of orders for prosperity oil, money oil, or what have you. But then, you know what I'm saying? Then it dies down and then it starts up and it dies down. And ain't nobody trying to get no cursing oil. Ain't nobody trying to bother that. I don't know, girl, if you still here listening, but she got the curse oil. She said, Mama, I ain't even touch it. And somebody died in the woman's family that she really loved. I didn't mean for that to happen. I hadn't even used it. I just be looking at it. So a lot of folks are scared. I understand a lot of y'all are scared of the oil. But it might come a day you might need it. Keep it in a dark place. Don't just sit it up there on your altar. Put it to itself in a dark place. And when you need it, use it. Black is a strong color. Some people say black ain't no color. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you want to say. For the purpose of me identifying it with you, it's black. The black Earl. Okay? As they would say in New Orleans. Miss Nikki said she running to get her a tambourine. LOL, mama. I thought I was the only one who curses these spirits out. Okay, while I'm washing and sweeping, you have to do that. And I don't know why Auntie would tell me that because she tell me she be cursing them. So I'm like, what is you talking about? She saying that because she thought she was on the brink of death and she already know that she coming to my house. If something happened, y'all, that night Auntie went under the knife and I kid you not, I didn't know she was going under the knife, but I knew it because I heard her moaning at my door, you know. Anita, this is Elsa. I said, oh, whoo, God, get out away from my door. Please leave me alone. I be having like spirits, especially around this time of the year, like January. Now I know the morning finna get ready to start. I don't know what it is, and I could just like hear in my house like other inhabitants and stuff around January. And then I'm telling y'all something about that Mardi Gras wreath. I got the Mardi Gras wreath on the door. They get the knocking. I be hearing banshees cry. Oh, and I'm like, oh my goodness, please leave me alone. Cause see, I'm right down the street from a river. I'm in a bayou. There'd be a lot of lost spirits coming into the door and stuff. You know, my son said one time a soldier, and he wasn't but like 14 years old. He know what's going on. He said, Mama, a soldier was at the door. I said, what? He said, like a toy soldier man. And I knew then what he was trying to describe is how they dressed as soldiers then. He was wounded, Mama. I said he was. And he was scared. His eyes were real big and stuff. And he would see like little children coming to our refrigerator and stuff like that, going in there and stuff like that. Mama, the kids going in and out the refrigerator, they run when they see me coming, you know, because he was always guarding the refrigerator because he wanted to be in there. But anyways, you know, I never will forget when he saw that soldier. Cause I was telling the neighbor about it, and the neighbor said, you know, it's a soldier's grave. The soldier's graves is down the street. It was when we was in Georgia. She saying nothing but soldiers down there. And he said a man was like, "Oh, I done seen a lot of ghosts in Georgia, y'all, on them old country roads where it's nothing but darkness at night, and ain't no ain't no lights and stuff." But my son know he be seeing them, cause he saw one time. He said, "Oh my God, Mama, it's a man with his pants." He said his pants rolled up to his knee, and he was barefooted, and he had no shirt on, had a rope tied around his pants. Said he was running. And then one time he said he seen a ghost running with the black and white with chains. He running with chains on his hand and on his feet, running like that, right there, like that. I said, "Ooh, child, you see ghosts, you see spirits." Y'all, let me get my behind up from here. Y'all, I'm just literally sweating here because when I say it's hot, they promised that they were gonna cool it off. This is January 2020, y'all. Please, y'all. Please, y'all, help me to understand who tore up the weather machine. Who told the weather machines up? Which one of y'all witches was responsible for that? Any witch is gonna take responsibility. Press one if you were responsible. I know y'all gonna be scared. I would be too, cause see, they gonna be saying the witch eyes did it. The witch eyes. Ain't nobody taking no responsibility. Saying that, just said LOL. What you mean? You ain't in it, huh? You ain't been in it. Which witch broke the weather machine? It's some witch around here wishing heat on us. Ain't nobody gonna admit it. Okay, 205-265-0391. You could text me, Marilyn. You could cash out me and give me your address so I can send it. Press one if you are the witch. Oh, the Asia. Girl. Girl. Girl, it's hot, girl. What you trying to do? Y'all, let me tell y'all what I seen. And me and my son was talking about this. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. Long time ago, down in the deep south, it was nothing but jungles of palm trees and not only just jungles of palm trees, but you also had fruit palms. They like coconut, and then you had your trees that had avocados and jackfruits and all that stuff. Banana plants, all this stuff grew abundantly. Pineapple, some of that stuff they say is genetically engineered. I don't know. And even some fruit trees that are now extinct. And then they said all of a sudden the globalists came into the United States of America. Uh, what they call it, Little Turtle Island, whatever they want to call this place before they got here. And the modified weather of the winters killed it off. And so a man, he's 60 years old, he was telling me, he said, all of this had no trees, it was just open field. Nothing but open field. No, grass was not natural for this area. Pine trees are not natural for this area. All that stuff is fairly new, no more than 56 years old. He said palms used to be here. And one day I saw a ghostly palm nestled in the pine trees. Blew my mind. The trunk of the tree looked just like a pineapple, like the base of a pineapple, and then the palm shot out. And I always think about this tree, and I've looked for it and can't find the tree nowhere because the tree is extinct. I'm getting at this to say this right here. Everything is returning back to its natural state, its natural ecosystem. Everything is coming back. The cold, unless they can tighten up their technology. And I ain't saying that they can't, but I got a feeling that they are. Things are gonna get back warm. The tropical's gonna grow back. Can I tell y'all something? Guess what I found in my front yard? Do I need to see if anybody want to guess what I found? Should I give it to should I just wait and let you all tell me what I found? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. I found a baby palm tree growing in my yard. I'm going to show it to y'all. When you see it, it's unbelievable. I said, well, I be doggone. My son said, what? He said, wow. Oh, I'm trying to do that thing like like Layla Hathaway with my throat. And see, ooh, 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 ooh. I can't do it. She can do that with her voice, and you can hear two voices coming out of her throat. It's a lady that can sing with her voice, and it'd be two voices singing. One be singing one thing, and the other voice saying something else. They were trying to end this thing here. Ooh, let me see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't do it. I can't do that shit. That woman talented. I can't do that shit. I feel dizzy. She sit up there and do that, y'all. It's two voices coming out of her voice. Y'all ever heard that? Layla Hathaway can make two sounds come out her voice at one time. Do you hear me? And it's another lady, she does it. She does. And I said, one voice is singing like, keep me near the cross, and the other one right here might say at the cross, at the cross. How do you make two voices come out your throat at one time? Mama over here choking trying to do that. Should I do it one more time? Woo! Woo! It sounds like I can hear something, a second sound in there. I don't know. Oh, that's Moxie. That's what Saint Anne said. I remember one time I was on the phone with somebody laughing, and I promise you, one thing came out my throat, but in my back I could hear a different voice. I'm like, what the hell is this? Y'all ever woke up in the morning, not you like you in between wake and sleep, and then heard another voice that's not your voice coming from your vocal cords? Anybody ever did that? I hate when that mess happens, and it'll say something out of your own voice box, but it's a different voice. I know what you did that too before. Sounds of Zen said they done it before. I didn't, so that I'm not alone. Like, what the fuck is that? Did I just hear somebody say something out of my throat? This is my throat. Saint Anne said, yep. But anyway, y'all, what I was telling y'all about, I don't forget. Basically, the moral of this story is to make sure you all are protected. January is the new season, so to speak, the newness. And you're gonna have a lot of spirits and stuff like that, that are gonna be coming at you. You protect yourself if you are a serious, practitioner and stuff like that. Offering help to people, what have you, and protect yourself from afflictions, protect yourself from the spirits of dis-ease, the spirits of violence and homicide and suicide and all of that. Protect yourself. The government don't tell you that. They just tell you things from a science perspective. You know what I'm saying? But there's a spiritual world that roams with us. Okay? So, anyways, if you all don't mind, if you have gotten your robes or what have you, and you want to show it, we need a place where we can show our stuff, show pictures and things of our stuff. I know they said Discord is one place or what have you, but we need a place where we can share pictures. If you want to share your gowns and your robes and all of that, how would we do something like that? I don't know. Leave a link description in the comment section here on this video, on the videos when you get them. Okay, bye bye.